This product could be one of my very favorite on all of Grommet. And I believe I may have even said that the first time I featured it. I think this product is one of the most special, meaningful gifts that you can give someone. And it's an experience gift that just keeps on giving. And I love gifts like that, especially if you know people that kind of have everything, they don't really need anything. This is a gift that you might want to consider for them. And it's so affordable at the same time, which is so, so cool. What it's called is History by Mail. The first time we featured it, right away, I got it from my dad for his birthday. The look on his face, he didn't understand it at first, and we walked through it, but he was blown away. He loves it so, so much. This is, when I say it's the gift that keeps on giving. So this is a subscription-based gift called History by Mail, but every month there's different kinds of subscriptions. So whether it's monthly or whether it's a 6-month program or 1 year or 2 years. So there's lots of options with it. What I love is that it's so old school in the sense that something actually comes to you in the mail. An envelope is going to come addressed to whoever you're giving it to. And if it's a gift for yourself, that's wonderful too. And you open up the envelope, and then what's inside is where the magic is. And Ari came up with this idea of basically delivering history to people on a monthly basis in the form of these actual replicas of real life documents that are very iconic, very important, relevant documents. He sent me several different ones. The one that you're seeing here is the Alaska Purchase. There's another one that says D-Day. Another one says Yellowstone Map and Brochure. Another one says Thanksgiving and Salem Witch Trials, and it goes on and on and on. There's so many of them. I think the last time we featured History by Mail, we did Annie Oakley, which was so interesting. I really loved that one. So we're going to open it up, and I'm going to show you exactly what comes inside. So inside, you're always going to find a replica of a real life document. So here is the replica. And what is so cool, Ari has a team of experts, historians that actually scour the archives and look for ones that they think are going to be really fascinating and really relevant. We have more than 7 years of replicas. Wow, that's incredible. I can only imagine. I never get tired of it because what's so cool is you're learning every single month. And maybe you've heard, of course, most people have heard of the Alaska Purchase, but what do you really know about it? And so you're about to get a major history lesson every time one is delivered. So cool to be able to touch and feel something that looks so authentic. You get the idea. Other thing that comes inside is a whole description of exactly what the Alaska Purchase was. So you're learning about it by reading it. He does such a good job of summing it up and making it so fascinating and so interesting. So by the time you're done reading this one, is 2 pages, you know everything there is to know about the Alaska Purchase. I love this. I gave it to my dad, and as he's gotten older, he's gotten more and more interested in history. So this was like the perfect gift I could give him. I love this also as a family gift. When I knew I was going to feature it way back when, we started doing that around the dinner table, where I would go through one per night and let the kids touch it and feel it and see the replicas. And then we'd talk through exactly what it was that was inside. Okay, and I love even just the seal on the back. It's just so special. It brings history to life. Like you feel like you're right in the midst of whatever it is that's inside. This is a D-Day dress for a platoon leader. And so it's a sketch of actually what they wore. It looks to me like they were designing it, and so this is exactly what they wanted. So, you know, all the way down to that the sheath knife is strapped to the boot, and then there's an arrow showing that. There is an assault type gas mask, there's jump boots, there's a helmet with net and camouflaging strap up. The detail is incredible, truly, truly incredible. And then on the back of this, it says Supreme Headquarters Allied Expeditionary Force. You're about to embark on the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. So this is a letter that was actually mailed out to the soldiers and the sailors and the airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force. And so there is the authentic letter that they received, and basically just getting them all excited. At the end, it says, I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck, and let us beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking. And it is from Dwight Eisenhower. How cool is that with the signature and everything? Of course, it goes into all the detail about D-Day here. If one of them was a letter, like a handwritten letter, and sometimes it's a little hard to decipher someone's handwriting, so then he also includes sort of a transcription of what the letter says in case you can't read the person's handwriting. There was a couple that we opened like that, and that was really helpful. In each envelope are those three things. You're getting the replica, and then you're getting the whole summary of what happened, and then any transcription if that's necessary. So what do you guys think of this? Do you have people in your life that are history buffs or that you wish were history buffs, and what a fun way to get them into it? It's interesting. I had one really great history teacher, and because of him, I suddenly became really excited about history. So it's amazing, if you're taught the right way, what an impact it can have on your life and how much you can love, really develop a love for learning about history. And I just believe History by Mail is the best way to foster that in adults, in children, in families, in anyone. It's just such a wonderful gift. This is a deck of cards, and they're historical cartoons, and there's 25 of them inside. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with that. And so then on the back, we can do it J. Howard Miller in 1943, and it just describes where this came from, what was the impetus behind it, what did it mean, what did it stand for, and it does that with all of these. Americans will always fight for liberty, 1778. He's watching you. These fun little cartoons here. Douglas Aircraft Company. Loose lips might sink ships. That is the 25 historic cartoon sort of cards, which I love that too. Check this out. This wood box. And then inside are more historic cartoons. These are actually over 200 years of historic cartoons. It is just such a special gift. It has been featured on CNN, Reader's Digest, the History Channel, Good Housekeeping. I mean, it's really been highlighted because there's nothing else like it, at least that I know of. I can't imagine that if there's anyone that does it quite like Ari does, because it's impeccable. The replicas are impeccable. The summaries are just really well done, where anyone, any age can understand it, and you can visualize it all happening. And then each one of these, what I love is, can become a collectible, and you could have a photo album of sorts where you keep all of these, and you've got, like Ari said, they've got 7 years of historical documents. And I'm sure there's just more and more to come. I'm getting lots of feedback here. Such a great idea. How about Christian schools? Yes, we have a lot of homeschool families. I would imagine this would be amazing for homeschool. And they use the subscription as part of their curriculum. This would be a teacher's dream come true, because it makes it so easy for you to engage people, because you've already done that work, Ari, for everybody. A lot of people love history, so a lot of people already love it. So I'm guessing have already subscribed, which is incredible. But think of all those people in your life, you guys, that are hard to shop for, but that this would be something. It's just that special, again, experience gift. It gives them just a journey into history once a month, and expands their repertoire of things that they can intelligently speak to, which I love that. That has helped me quite a bit. I know of so many of these things on a high level, but I didn't know the detail. And I find them all, each one is more fascinating than the next. It's so cool. So if you want to take advantage, and maybe you know more than one person who you want to gift this to as a holiday gift, you can take advantage. If you click that QR code, you're going to get 20% off not only this subscription, but if you do several of them. So you would get 20% off of all of the ones that you purchase together. So if you are a grandparent and have several grandkids in different families, what a wonderful family gift to give them, that every month it's going to come in the mail and they're going to think of you and they're going to learn something. And I just love that. I think it's very, very cool. So affordable for 6 months for $33. Come on. And there is a monthly, there is a 12 month, and then there is a 2-year. Go to his website, because it's a really cool website, and you'll see that he does have, so many options like these others as well. So have fun playing around there, read his story. He came up with the idea when he was at the Library of Congress looking at things like this, and thought that, light bulb moment of it was so fascinating to him, and what if he could bring that to homes all over the world, and that is what he's done.